What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got something new. This is the Louise RC LRX Rally Chassis. Let's check it out and see what this thing's all about. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I come out with a new video. Alright you guys, so this is a new chassis from Louise RC. Yes, the same Louise RC that does make your crawler tires, touring tires, same Louise RC company. Now they have this guy, the Rally chassis. They also have a drift chassis, which I'm probably thinking about getting also. But this chassis right here, it is four-wheel drive. Wheelbase is 257 millimeters, and the tire diameter 7 millimeters, 70 millimeters. Everything that comes with it: full ball bearings, steel CVD drive shafts, aluminum shock tower, front and upper steering deck, carbon fiber rear body post plates, aluminum motor mount, aluminum center drive shaft, aluminum spur gear hub, Rally aluminum shocks. So we will be checking out those shocks to see how good they are. Metal gear diffs and full turnbuckles, and it also brings a chassis cover. So you guys know, when you build your Tamiya TT01s, TT02s, take it out to Rally, you gotta buy a cover separate for that thing. This guy is gonna bring that cover, which is a nice touch. That way you can keep all those rocks and dust and everything out from your electronics inside the chassis. Let's open this guy up. Let's see what is in here. Let's see how this guy looks. Alright, so in the box you get stickers. We all love stickers. We got stickers. We also get a full manual, black and white manual. Again, like I said, this is a kit that you have to build. So right in here you get your cover and a whole bunch of parts that are in here also. Right here you got your drive shaft, aluminum shaft, aluminum hubs, posts. Here you have your tires. They also send out diff oil and shock oil, as you guys can see. So that's a diff, that's a shock. You have another bag here with shims, screws, nuts, bolts, pins. And here you have covers and everything else, that battery tray, posts, battery posts and everything. That is that. And here is the chassis. And you also get bag H that has your foam front bumper and looks like some sticky side Velcro. More than likely this Velcro right here is going to be able to put the cover, the dust cover, onto the chassis. Alright you guys, so I have been doing a little bit of investigating, and it comes out that this chassis is basically the same as a Carlton T410 Rally chassis. And I've been wanting to get that chassis for a while, just for the main fact that my wife ended up buying me an Evo body that I didn't have a chassis to go onto. So when Carlton came out with that chassis, I wanted it, but never got it. So Hobby Recreation Products had this chassis from Louise RC, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to wind up getting this chassis so I can fit that body on. So I'm going to be putting this chassis together, and I'm going to get electronics for it, ESC, motor. More than likely probably going to go brushless with this kit. I'm really wondering how this kit is going to be compared to the Tamiyas, the TT01, TT02. It's basically same type of tub chassis as those RCs. So we're going to be checking them out. I'm going to be checking it out. I'm going to be putting this together and see what type of screws and everything are going to be going on this. So let me start opening this packages up, put everything, organize everything so I can start putting this together. Alright guys, so here is the manual. let's open this guy up. I already skipped the page. So basically going to tell you what tools you're going to need. Glass vinyl tape, which I have tape, glue. I don't think they actually mean glue, but probably Loctite. And your items needed to control the car: transmitter, servo, ESC, battery, motor, receiver, on and on and on and on. Now, page 3 is really where you're going to start with the number 1. The other thing that I do want to mention is that there is a ruler right up here, so you can measure your screws and everything to make sure you're putting the right screws where they have to go. And we are going to be starting off with what bag? It doesn't say. So all the bags are lettered. So you've got bag A, you've got bag B, C, bag D, bag E, F, G. You got this bag, then you got your bag of tires. Alright, so definitely the one main thing that is kind of annoying on here is the fact that it does not have what bag you're using for each part that you're going through in the instruction manual, which gets a little tiny bit of annoying because now you're trying to figure out how to put this thing together and you don't know what bag to go into to put it all together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on ahead, going to go through everything, put this kit together, and be back with you guys when this kit is together. So be back with you guys in a bit. Alright you guys, so far this is how much I have gotten done. Again, that drive shaft that does say Louise RC stamped on it, that's actually cool looking. Nice aluminum piece, nice and light, stronger than plastic. So that's nice that they ended up giving that. Now I'm getting ready to start on the steering assembly for this guy. As you guys can see here, that right there is where I'm at. And I had to show you this. I was gonna get ready to start putting it all together, but I had to show you this, guys. So they ended up stamping their emblem on there, Louise RC, and the nice thing about it, it is on both of them, both left and right, as you guys can see on there. So they also have to stamp it. They also have it stamped left and right, so you guys don't get it confused, get it all backwards and everything. That is a nice little touch. So far the kit has been getting done pretty nicely. The way that they have everything explained in the manual is pretty good. The bags are basically bag A, B, C. They're basically irrelevant. It doesn't matter what bag it is. They're just basically, everything's just stuck in bags. You basically got to go through the bags and figure out which parts you need: screws, nuts, bolts, and everything that you need to put this thing together. Again, the nice part about this is all hex hardware. There is no Phillips head screws, nothing like that. It's all hex hardware on this kit, which is nice. I am now going to get started with the steering assembly, and I will be back with you guys once that is all set up. Alright guys, so the chassis is almost 100% put together. I just want to show you guys an update on how it looks. So the one thing I do really like about it is the shock towers they got. They got the designs on it and everything, and then the plate that's holding the steering together looks really cool. I really like it. The other thing that I did want to say is that for the steering mechanism right in here, these two pieces here, they end up bringing these bushings. As you guys can see, they got these bushings for the steering and everything, just like to me it does. But luckily, I had some bearings, ball bearings that were here, and I tried them out. They ended up fitting. So instead of using the metal bushings, I actually have metal bearings right in here, both top and bottom, and on this side, top and bottom there. So the steering is going to be nice and smooth for this guy. So I am now getting ready to put the shocks on, and I did end up finding the body. So I did end up finding the body that is going to be going onto the chassis here. The one thing I got to do is the chassis, you can actually make it 257 or 260 millimeters just by moving a spacer that is right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. There's a little spacer right there. So if I move it, if I leave it where it is, I believe it's at 257 millimeters, but if I move it to here in the front, it's going to take it to 260 millimeters. So I left it at 257 right now, just for the main fact that I don't know exactly where the wheels are going to be on the body for that. So if I have to move it, it's not going to be too hard. The bottom here, you can see there's a grub screw there and a grub screw there. I just pull that grub screw and I can move that spacer to the front and it'll move the wheel back a little bit. So that's a nice easy touch for this. So I just want to show you guys an update on the chassis for right now. I am going to continuing on, putting the shocks on and getting everything situated. So when I come back, this chassis will be fully set and ready to roll, except for the electronics and the steering. I don't have them yet. So let me finish this up and I'll be back with you guys. Alright you guys, and here it is. It is not 100% done, but I do have the dust cover on here, and it also brings these front fenders that come on to help it so stuff doesn't end up flying all over the place. Now these still have to get trimmed because the body that I'm actually going to be using for this is this body right here, the Evo body. But like I said, those fenders are just too wide, and so I have to trim them down in order to get the body to fit on here perfectly. So my next thing that I have to do, I got the body posts, which I had already on back here, but I ended up taking them off. And another thing that I did not mention earlier was that the holder for the body post is actually made out of carbon fiber. So that's going to be pretty strong. So this guy's going to go on back here. I actually had to take it off just so I can see how the body sits on the chassis. I have the front bumper basically ready to go. That's going to go up here on the front. Again, I left it off because of the body posts, and so that way I can fit the body. I am not going to be putting any holes through that body. That body is going to be mounted by either A, Velcro, or B, magnets. Somehow, some way, but I am not going to be putting any holes through that body. So again, you guys, the Louise RC LRX drift chassis. So I am dying to get the electronics in this thing. I'm more than likely going to go brushless for this. Probably run a 2-3S battery in it and see how it goes. I mean, there probably is going to be some adjustments that I'm going to have to do with suspension and wheels and everything. But I don't think, again, for the Evo, I don't think these wheels are going to be staying on here. I'm probably more than likely going to be getting different types of wheels that would look better for the Evo body. So let me show you guys the Evo body completely. I love this body. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do with this body. So this body, after I end up getting it all cut out and everything, I still have to cut out the front rear bumpers, get them put on. It also brings light buckets for the front and for the rear that I'm going to have to get them taped on, put them on. So I'm more than likely going to be having lights in this body. I don't know exactly what color I'm going to be going with. I don't know exactly what color I'm going to be going with on this body. My brother had an Evo 8 that was in blue. I personally love the Evo in a white. So I don't know. If you guys hit me down in the comment section below, let me know what color do you guys think would look best. I'll put pictures up here of what the blue and the white that looks like. I personally love it in a white. Carbon fiber hood, blacked out top. I like that. I like that. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Again, hit that like button, subscribe. I will see you guys in another video. You all can have a good one and keep RCing.